Back at the Carver Hawkeye Arena for college wrestling. Tonight's referee is Mike Allen, and we're at 118 pounds between Iowa's Matt Egeland and the #1 ranked wrestler in the country at his weight, Mark Perry, a senior for the Cowboys from Del City, Oklahoma. And as you can see, tonight we have a light uniform and a dark, Iowa in the black, of course, and Oklahoma State in the orange.
It's going to be easy for people to see, and they're going to hear a lot of noise tonight, Doug. This place is a good crowd. You'll find Mark Perry likes to control arms. He wants to control that inside position when he's wrestling with his opponents. And then he does a fairly good job of making penetration. Now, he just isn't a real active wrestler. He makes fairly definite shots. When he goes, he usually makes fairly good work of it.
This is the 118-pound match, Egeland against Perry. Barry Davis will wrestle Brian Stevens of Oklahoma State at 126 coming up next. Greg Randall goes up against #1 ranked John Smith at 34. Kevin Dresser will wrestle Leo Bailey at 42. It's Heffernan versus the Cowboys Scove at 50. The Kistler brothers, Marty Kistler 158 against Bill Dykeman. Lindy Kistler against Dwayne Peoples, who's in there tonight at 167. That was a late change. At 177, Chipperelli for Iowa against Kearney. There's the first takedown of this meet, Mark Perry. Little tussle on the edge.
Extracurricular activity.
And Dwayne Goldman at 190 goes against Bob Kopecki. And the heavyweight match is Steve Wilbur of Iowa against #4 ranked Kalen O'Hara, who's been an All-American twice. So Iowa figures they want to be ahead by the time they get to heavyweight, I think.
I'm sure of that. I know Oklahoma State's planning on winning this match, and they think they can win it big. So far, it hasn't been a real big score by Perry, so he's going to have to get the work on top.
Perry has been a pinner, too. Last year, 12 of his 31 wins were by fall. There's Dan Gable, and on his left is Mark Johnson, assistant coach. Perry on top. We have 1:27 to go. We're halfway through the first period. Perry leads by 2.
Well, he's in a little bit of trouble here with that leg tied up, but Egeland from Iowa wasn't able to get his hips up over top and lost that position. Now he's got to go from right here and build his base back. Perry from Oklahoma State's tough on top, does a good job of barring arms and keeping pressure toward the head. So Egeland needs to make sure he keeps his base. This is a position that Perry likes. He gets the arms and gets things up high. He likes to take his leg and stick it inside.
Potentially dangerous hold, says Mike Allen. Joe C. would have liked to see that one continue. He's the coach, Cal Bakersfield, and there's Leroy Smith. And he was one of the principals in that famous Olympic controversy last year when he didn't go to the Olympics and Randy Lewis did, and Dan Gable got in the middle of it. With a lot of people mad at him, a lot of people happy with it. So
depends on what part of the country you're from.
I think so. Perry, tough position on top, but
it was a nice move by Egeland. Perry got that leg up a little, just reached it back, hooked the ankle, and threw him over the top with it.
We don't have any point given for escape yet because of that hammer lock. The escape was not given. It's 2-0. 21 seconds to go in the 3-minute first period. Each other period will be 2 minutes, as you know, the second and the third.
Perry has beaten him with that jam every time on the whistle on top. Starting on the right side and then jam the arm to take away his offensive moves from the bottom. So Egeland's going to have to make an adjustment to that if he's going to be able to score from the bottom, because Perry's so tough once he gets him stopped.
He sticks that head into that head lever and controls the arm really tough. Egeland hasn't been able to get any kind of move going here, and Perry rode him for 1:49 seconds after the takedown. The choice in the first period, decided by a coin flip before the meet, in this match will be Egeland. He gets his choice and says up.
Well, he just intentionally released him. Comes right back in on offense, but doesn't score. Now he's got to get going now with the offense. Egeland from Iowa has to generate offense here because this is a position he desires to be in.
Just a 2-point lead for Perry. So Oklahoma State at 118 favored, definitely, because Perry is #1. He also won in the East-West meet. There was a nice move.
He's a much more controlled wrestler than we've seen him earlier in his career. So he just has things under control now. He's doing what he wants to do. And with the arms tied up like this, it's going to be very difficult for Egeland. He has to get the arms free and then get back to his base in that order.
Score here is actually 4-1 because, oh, it is 5-0 because Perry got the escape.
Yes. Well,
Perry Davis up next.
Perry was just, now here's he pulls in on the arm, and then when Egeland comes up, he just pitches him over.
Yeah.
Throws the arm by. Could have cost him to his back, but he just let the arm relax so he didn't get taken over.
5-0 Perry. He has a lot of riding time, more than 2 minutes, and he squashes Egeland with that.
Well, there's that. He just punched him out with that when he put the legs in. Put him in raw, knocked him down to his belly. Now it's a matter of seeing what he can do with it. Egeland looks almost free here, but as long as the man on top stays behind the elbows, he's okay. Egeland needs to let go of that leg and come out and face him. So this is the position that Perry likes to be in. Inside leg tucked in. Looks like the knee's going to get hurt.
There's Kathy Gable with part of the family there. This is an exciting meet. You can see the tension in the family there, I think. Dan Gable trying to get Egeland up. He's down by 5 here in the second period with half a minute to go. Mark Perry on top. You can see why he's #1 and why he's considered a tough hitter. He just got a caution.
Well, he slides into that. He's put himself in a position on that side to hit the jam several times by sliding in. This time he tried to slide up over top. So it's important to get set. Don't let the guy jump.
Mike Allen, the referee, gets him started again, and Perry takes control once more.
It's very difficult to work offense when your arms are tied up, Doug. So it's the arms getting tied up that's causing him all the problem. From this point, Perry from Oklahoma could turn him, but he likes this position, so it's difficult on Egeland. Even though it looks like he's out a lot, he's still in trouble. Could get turned to his back out of that one.
Tough period for Egeland because Perry picked up another 3 after the escape, a takedown, and now 3 and almost 3.5 minutes of riding time for Perry. So he has a point sewed up for riding time. So it's, for all purposes, it's for practical purposes, a 6-point lead here for Perry. There's Egeland, psyching himself up to go. Made it to his feet first time, got the whizzer in first time.
All right, he's in that position where if he can get that arm across his back, he has to be able to get the arm from the middle of his back. But he could get in trouble right here. Perry steps up and gets in front of him. Right now, he's just trying to stay with it.
1 point.
He just got penalized for stalling in that position.
I missed the earlier warning. Five to 1. Now Egeland's out. 5-2. On the feet. Egeland in on the low. Touchdown.
Penetrated deep on that.
And now the crowd at Carver Hawkeye is alive.
They should be alive. Dougie came back in that match nicely. Earned his escape, came right back for an offensive takedown.
Hawkeye fans smelled an upset, maybe. Egeland behind by 1. There's Joe C.
Mark.
This is one he does not want to lose. He does not expect to lose this. There's the #1 ranked man, Perry, leading by 1 point. And on the bottom, 5-4. He could stay down here and
he just dropped his nose right in the net right there. Egeland's really taking the field now with the
No, not about. Boy, Egeland has really come alive in this last period, Chuck.
Yes, he has. He's done all the job. He's the offensive wrestler here. And if he continues to wrestle aggressively like this, Perry will get penalized for stalling again.
And it's Perry's move with that chuck again.
Yes, he just takes that underhook, throws it by.
8-4. A 4-point lead. He'll have riding time, remember. And a half minute to go.
He got a little complacent right there, and Egeland came back in that match very well.
Right. I mean, this is Iowa and Oklahoma State. You don't dare let up.
Well, he's not wrestling for a fall. You know, he's wrestling to win a match, and it shows.
Now he almost had back points there, but not quite. It's almost over. And Perry will escape with a win. Riding time makes it 9-4 in favor of Perry over Egeland. A 3-0 lead for Oklahoma State, but the Iowa crowd is on its feet, giving Egeland a hand. Mark